It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens, and it comes your way next.
Some might say it's cold, others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
This is taken just shy of the 10. Baltimore's offense making its way out for the first time, and leading them, their quarterback, a guy who is just so electric under center in his 5th season now, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Play action. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long.
A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins.
Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson options out left, and he is going to lose yardage here. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort, Brady Jarrett.
And sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnose is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Atlanta sending its offense out for the first time, and for the first time since 2008, it's a rookie who will handle things at quarterback. Out of Cincinnati, the third-round pick, Desmond Ridder.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school. And also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. And to put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready.
At their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. They were able to shut down running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And complete to Drake London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Second and 6. Complete to Zacchaeus.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand for this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop down into the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll Play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Back to throw here.
Got his man. It's London. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. That gain on third down, good for 28. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional and mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's only able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Back to the ground now, Patterson.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here we go now on first and goal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Patterson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin a ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And taken down just past the 20, about the 21-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. There's Robinson showing the flash. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in a run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give it that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Jackson slings it to Anderson. It's complete. The tight end has it.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Ran a perfect defense in the situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you run in a slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Well, when you got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, this is great work by a quarterback here. He's doing anything he can to avoid taking a square hit. I admire the way he worked his way through the initial contact and then continued downfield for good yardage.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
How much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. Loss results there.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson.
Complete to Likely on the out route. Touchdown! Isaiah Likely.
A 9-yard touchdown ground.
And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So this team's matched touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know one big play that gets them right back up to that level.
Now Patterson to start the drive.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. "7-7", our score after one. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. They don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, complete. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Jackson tasses forward, jet sweep. That with a 1st down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They take the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
Certainly are. You got to try to get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage right that run after catch.
Now Jackson taps his forward, jet sweep, and this was going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was a wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw again is Jackson.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then they get hurt a little bit extra with field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
kicker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Well, the Falcons back out getting set for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
And he'll get this away to the icy winter air. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Well, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop balls out of his hands right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring out the 3rd down.
I know that speed is a hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 at this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And the defense coming through.
How talented this guy is called the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in a secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Getting on the ground with Patterson. 43 yards rushing for now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This pass is caught by London. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Straight ahead, Patterson dancing away at the 35. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Give to Patterson, running to the right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? I've often talking about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run with Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are once again back in front. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards.
And he'll take this to about the 24, gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Jackson. In trouble, and he's taken down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets away. On the return is Williams.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Falcon football. Bring out the Falcons offense once more. Cordero Patterson ready to go again at running back.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They've come out throwing here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man at caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London.
51 yards.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out making big-time moments happen for this team.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat. He's already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second and 1. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw.
And this one too low.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the lead grows to 14, 24-10. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had a tackle defensively. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Falcons, and they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw again. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And we see another pitching catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll set up a throw.
Open, and there is Patterson complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
You have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Patterson.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're in a very good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd and 6. Pass complete to Bird out right here.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal, Atlanta.
Patterson running between the tackles. 5 yards, a good run there. Now 2nd and goal.
As long as you're with the air attack, has gotten them down here, but now is when you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Algier. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The punter Pena now to kick this one away.
From the 10. Got a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
The defense did its job of taking away quick throw. That's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Jackson on to give to Dobbins. Brought down at the 20.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
They juked him. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
No, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. They're set up now for the first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he gets halfway there from 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's third and goal. Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. It's a very important first drive of the third quarter, Carls, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they got a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in the situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line, the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with 1st and 10.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. Kadarius Hodge has it complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop, got a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out, and the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game in these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
And they got it for touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense. His ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
They go play action now. Jackson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after getting him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't putting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it's capped off by a Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Atlanta regains possession of football. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Into the hands of London.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll drop the throw. Looking deep downfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Well, certainly, those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
He's going to take another shot here. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On play action, they'll throw.
Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Berkser.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. So now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, and now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. It got to him just in time. Now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if he fooled them as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They did a point on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think for what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, it's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
Completion good for 14 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They'll try to run forward with Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They go play action with Jackson.
Right side, there's Likely with it.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting play develop, finding a hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expected to pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down.
He gets this underneath the Dobbins.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down 6. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. He was true on his first. This is a tough one from 49 yards away. Tucker's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
He didn't leave any doubt, did he? Could snap good, hold dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So out come the Falcons now.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 23. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Justin Madubuike firing across the line there and planting it for a loss.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
His back has been dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him. His first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. That's taken on the 25.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Ravens ready to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
You know, we all the game. We talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get it by the ground. That's all that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons 36.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Tucker's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Falcons ready to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 22. Back to throw.
That'll be caught downfield by Bird.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards of the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense some credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get a set they want, they go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Get right to the quarterback, no chance on that 4th down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Fourteen-yard line, 2nd and 11. Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in a formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed the intermission. They come out, they have a big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.